Load shedding, load shedding, load shedding. Hey good looking, my name is Kanyiswa and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining, and if you are a returning subscriber, what it do, baby? On today's video I will be sharing with you guys 10 of my Netflix series recommendations. So if you guys are interested, let's go. I've got my trusted notebook, so you already know how the drill goes. Okay, series number 1 is called Never Have I Ever. It's got 1 season, about 10 episodes, and each episode is 30 minutes each. It is a coming of age comedy drama about an Indian American girl. I hope that's politically correct. Yeah, Indian American girl named Devi, who is sort of dealing with high school after the death of her father. So she comes up with a plan to change her narrative and become a cool kid. However, her plan doesn't go as she had envisioned. It's a really cute series, and I would definitely watch season 2 if it ever comes out. It's really it's quirky, fun, simple. Yeah, it's cute and you should watch it. Series number 2 is called She's Gotta Have It. It's got 2 seasons, about 8 to 10 episodes each, and about 45 minutes each episode. So this series is about Nola Darling, who is an artist. She's a painter, and so we follow her in her journey of being an artist, a daughter, a friend, and a lover. Not only not 2, but 3 boyfriends who all know about each other. So it's quite interesting to watch. Unfortunately, it was cancelled after 2 seasons, but you will understand why it was, because there is sort of no character development, but it's really it's cool to watch, especially if you are a single lady who's navigating the dating scene. This series is definitely for you, and it's got it's got fun music if you're into that sort of thing. So yeah, series number 3 is called Sex Education, and honestly, it's in the name. We've got 2 seasons, about 13 episodes. 13, about 8 to 10 episodes, and it's 45 to 50 minutes. So this series is about Otis, who is a socially awkward teenager who seems to know everything there is to know about sex, except the actual act of sexual intercourse. All right, so his mom is a sex therapist, which is why he knows what he knows, and his friend, well, that is a questionable friendship, but his friend May decides to make money out of this, and so Otis becomes a sex therapist for the kids in his school. It's a fun series. It's really quirky, witty, and very educational. Even at my big age, I learned quite a few things from it. So yeah, give it a try. All right, series number 4 is called You. It's 2 seasons, about 8 to 10 episodes, actually 10 episodes each, and it's 45 to 50 minutes. Now, okay, listen. You is about Joe. Say Joe. It's about Joe, who is a bookstore manager, and he becomes obsessed with this lady that comes into the bookstore, and he somehow manages to hack her social media and use it in some sort of crazy way to actually get her to fall in love with her. And once he has her, he does everything, and I mean everything in his power to keep her. Listen, when you watch this, it's like, oh my god, what am I watching? So season 1 was like ta 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 ta, what? And season 2 is like, it's a little bit laid back. Like when I was watching season 2, I was like, why so much build up in season 1? Why did you raise my expectations like this? Kanti at the end of season 2, ha, guys, no ways, bruh. You need to watch this. If you've seen this, can we please discuss in the comment section, because I was never ready. Me personally, I wasn't ready. Yeah. Series number 4 is called Pose. Now, Pose is 2 seasons, 8 to 10 episodes, which are about 50 minutes to an hour, and maybe a little bit longer. Yeah. So Pose is based on the ball culture of the 1980s, which was created by the LGBTQIA plus community. Yeah, so we see models and dancers compete for trophies in this ball, for trophies and recognition in the ball events. Yeah, Pose is, it's a really, like, it's such a feel good series. Not because you're gonna feel good, you're gonna cry when watching Pose. Like, I cried almost every second episode watching Pose, because it teaches so many lessons. I mean, it is about the ball culture, but we also learn about, you know, HIV and AIDS, homophobia, transphobia. And even though it's showing something that was happening in the 80s, it's still very, very relevant in 2020. Sounds weird saying like that. It's still very relevant in 2020. So I would definitely recommend that everyone watches this. It's such an educational show. It's such it just makes you warm and fuzzy inside. And I cried, and I'm not a crier. Okay, I am a crier, but nobody sees me crying. But like, I cried, so you might cry too. Just giving you a heads up. You might cry. It may happen. Okay. Series number 6 is called Atypical. It's got 3 seasons, 8 to 10 episodes, and about 30 to 40 minutes each. So Atypical is about Sam, who has autism spectrum disorder, and Sam decides that he's grown, 18. He's grown and he wants to start dating. So throughout the series, we see Sam become a little bit more independent, you know, going out more, coming into his own and learning, you know, the social norms of dating. It's a really cute and fun series, and I would encourage everyone to watch it just to learn. I guess because it's a series, it might not be like a true depiction, but just to learn what it's like to have a friend or a family member who is on the spectrum. Yeah, please watch it. It's cute, it's fun, it's quirky. It's got Sam. His jokes are amazing. Series number 6 is called Good Girls. It's got 3 seasons, 10 to 13 episodes, and it's about 45 to 50 minutes. So, Good Girls. And it's about three moms who are not doing so great financially, and they decide to rob a local grocery store, which they do, and they hit the jackpot. Like, they get so much money, like, it's amazing. Unfortunately, it turns out the grocery store was actually laundering money for a gangster. So the gangster shows up and he's like, yo, I want my money. I want my money and I want it now. So the series just follows the unraveling of the gangster wanting his money. You will be on the edge of your seat throughout the series. It's really, really cool, really fun. Watch it. Okay. Series number 7 is called 13 Reasons Why. It's got 4 seasons, 13 episodes, and it is about 50 to 60 minutes each. So the series, it's kind of hard to explain, but I guess it follows Clay Jensen, who finds a mystery box that's got tapes inside after the death of his friend Hannah Baker. So it turns out that those tapes are actually tapes that Hannah recorded, giving reasons as to why she decided to take her life. So the series kind of unravels as we get to listen to the tapes. Personally, I don't agree with the reasons. I mean, Hannah could have lived, honestly. But yeah, 4 seasons, nothing, and I mean nothing can ever prepare me for each season, because it's like, oh my gosh, what? If you're gonna watch this, I need you to watch and pay attention, because there's like things that happen in one season and they refer to a different season, and so you need to stay on top of your game when it comes to this. It's a really, if you are kind of suicidal and all of that, please watch it with someone, because it does tell you, like, it does give you a warning that there are things that could trigger you in it. So yeah, it's a really great series. I do have to say that I wasn't necessarily impressed by season 1, but as the series progresses, I get why everything sort of happened the way it did. There is, for me, a disappointment again in a later season, but if you've seen it, let's talk about it in the comment section. Yeah. Season number 9. Now, guys, you must have seen this already. You must, like, I'm mentioning it because I know there's maybe 1 or 2 people that haven't, but majority of us must have seen this already. And I am kind of judging you if you haven't seen it. Now, if you've seen it and you stopped, that's okay, but you need to go back and continue. Okay? So, series number 9 is called How to Get Away with Murder. And they literally do get away with murder, guys. I kid you not. So we've got, on Netflix, we've got 5 seasons, but there's actually 6 seasons out. So like you can binge on Netflix and then you can find the 6th season on, what's it? Is it F Movies? On F Movies, I think it should be there. So yeah, 5 seasons rather, about 15-16 episodes and about 45 minutes each, 45 to 50 minutes each. So How to Get Away with Murder is about a defense attorney and law professor, Annalise Keating, who selects 5 of her students to intern at her firm, and then they all sort of become intertwined in a twisted murder plot, and it literally changes the course of everyone's life, including you, the viewer, because what the hell? If you decide to watch this series, I'm gonna need you to pay attention, because it sort of works backwards. So it starts at the end and it unravels back to the beginning. You cannot afford to miss an episode. It's not one of those series where you're just like, I'm gonna watch 1, 4, 7. You need to watch everything. You need to see everything. You got to focus. It's amazing. It's brilliant. It's riveting. It's all things great. You gotta see it. You've got to see it. Like, I can't put enough emphasis on how much of a great series this is. And last but not least is one of my favorite series of all time, The Blacklist. Again, we've got 7 seasons, but on Netflix we've got 6, so I think you can find the 7th one on F Movies if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, 6 seasons, 22 episodes in each season, and it is about 45 minutes of each episode. So The Blacklist is about Raymond. I'm so sorry. Hey, yo guys, are you steady? I hope you're steady. So The Blacklist is about Raymond Reddington, who is one of the world's most wanted criminals, who just walks into the FBI to hand himself in after years, decades of evading capture. And he's basically like, I'm here and I can help you capture, all the other dangerous criminals in exchange for immunity, and on the condition that I only work with Elizabeth Keene. And it's a series that forces you to use your brain. Not that other series don't, but like, you kind of have to think. Also, again, you have to follow each episode and kind of remember what happened when they refer to it in another. It's all intertwined, so it really, again, you need to focus. It's so good. Like, it's so good. It's so, I can't tell you how good it is. It's amazing. It's an amazing series, and you need to see it. 6 seasons, 22 episodes, 45 minutes. That's like a good weekend of binging right there. Well, it depends on what kind of binger you are, but that's a good weekend binge right there. Season 1 throughout season 6. James Spader is an amazing actor, and you need to watch The Blacklist. Yeah, if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Comment down below if you've seen any of these series and let's talk about them. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because your support means so much to me, and I really hope to see you on the next one. Toodles!